wave. Wave to the camera. Yay, here we are. Fourth period.
How is you doing?
Oh, my. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Make sure we're all good here. This way. All right, here we go, you guys. Today we are doing graphing linear inequalities. Super easy. We can go through this at warp speed again. Are you ready? All right. Well, get ready if you're not yet. All right. Everybody draw a graph. So we're going to make this as easy as we possibly can. How many people like that? Make some noise if you like making it easy. Me too. That is.
I get it because that's an imaginary.
Are you looking at the square root of -1? That's good. Let's see. Can I do this? Does it show? Oh, look. Check it out. I'm pointing downwards. All right. Ready? So, you know, like in the Brady. Okay, wait. Actually, I have to ask this. How many people have heard of the Brady Bunch, like the original one? Oh, good. That's more people. I'll say, and the reason I have to say it like that.
Why is your color?
I've had students in the past who do not know who Elvis Presley is.
What?
Yes. And so here's my response was, dude, how do you not know who Elvis Presley is? And his response was, oh, just because I'm not old like you.
I would have
And the whole class went, oh. It's okay. I'm secure with my age. Okay. Either way, so the thing with the pointing downward is because, like in the Brady Bunch, you know how they all like look at each other in the boxes.
Yeah.
So somebody who was saying this imaginary number right here, the square root of -1. Yeah, I love math. You'll learn that later.
How do I get this?
Okay, here we go. So let's just pretend this says y equals 4x plus 7. Can somebody clue me in on how I would graph y equals 4x plus 7? We'll deal with the inequality in a minute, but Ashley.
Go up to 7 on the line at y intercept.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I make it all the way? Good. Okay. And then from there, what do I do?
Then go up 4 and to the right 1.
Good. Okay, now don't connect it yet. Okay. This is where, remember, shh, everybody zip it. Nathan, you paying attention? I will call you out on camera. Okay. So this is where, when we were doing these on number lines, this is where we had a choice of an open circle or a closed circle. Now we have a choice of a solid line or a dashed line. What do we think? Solid. Good. Somebody make an argument for me as to why this should be solid instead of dashed. Yes, Lydia.
Because if it was dashed, it would be just greater than or just less than solid is or.
Perfect. Okay. Everybody make some noise for Lydia for that awesome explanation. So, everybody zip it. Shh. So, what she said, because I know that the mic doesn't pick it all up, is that when it's less than or equal to, the equal to means that all the points on the line count, okay? Okay, stop fighting over there. How old are we, like 5?
Yes.
I'm 6.
Oh, you're 6. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. So, now, this is saying y is less than. Less than, let's think logically. Less than, does that mean we're shading above this line or below? Below. Shade it in. Below the line. The end. Don't overcomplicate. Now, I know that there are ways that we can do this and go back and check. If you use logic, there's not really a need to go back and check. And there are other math teachers that would kill me for saying that. But if it's saying y is less than, well, y is in the up and down direction. Less than, logically, if something is less than something else, it's below something else, right? So it's below the line. Okay? If you really feel the need and you just can't handle it and you have to do a check of some kind, pick a point in the shading and plug it in and see if it's true. So in other words, if we pick the point 0, 0, which is in the shading, 0 is less than, or we want to see is 0 less than or equal to 4 times 0 plus 7. So is 0 less than 7? You guys tell me. Yes. So that means we shaded on the correct side of the line. Questions? Whoops, can't see that.
Oh no, we almost passed 5 minutes already.
Questions?
Failed, guys.
No, I thought we were doing 5
You
minutes.
just failed, guys.
Oh, we were? I didn't. I
Over.
missed that memo somewhere. Okay.
We're all gonna die.
Questions?
Funny.
Yes, Marcy.
Rapture. What if there's only one number on the other side of the equality?
Just a number? We're about to do that actually. Do we want to go through another one of this kind? No, whatever. Wow. The enthusiasm in this class is just so awesome all the time. Okay, here we go. Let's do 2 more. Ready? Nathan. That's good. Zip it. Okay, here we go. 3x plus y is greater than 4. 3x plus y is greater than 4. All right, before we can do anything with this problem, what needs to be done?
Get y by itself.
Good. Stacy, how do I get y by itself?
Subtract 3x.
Subtract 3x. I agree. Make some noise if you agree with Stacy. All right, those of us not making noise, what is up? Okay. All right, so here we go. Now we can graph. Jared, how do I graph this? See, so I hear 2 things when people are talking during the lesson. The first is, Miss Miller, I am bored. I need more to do. And the second is, please call on me. I would really like to help you with that problem. So Jared.
Okay, so you have positive 4 is the y-intercept, so you go up 4.
Good?
And then it's negative 3 slope, so
Yep.
you go down 3 and right 1.
Good. Okay. Make noise if you agree with Jared on that. Oh, I like that. It's creative. Okay, now, do we have, everybody yell it out. Let's see if we can blow the speakers again. Ready? So I'm going to ask you in a second, do we have a solid line or a dashed line? So ready? Do we have a solid line or a dashed line? Dude, what is up with this side of the classroom? The one time I ask you to make noise, you can't make noise.
It's more fun that way.
It's more fun that, really, what a surprise. Okay. Somebody make an argument as to why this is supposed to be dashed instead of solid. Oh, Jared, go ahead.
Because it's greater than, not equal to, so it can't be the line, it has to be greater than the line.
I like that.
Be the line, you guys. Everybody be the line. Okay, good. There's no greater than or equal to. All right, now, greater than. I'm going to ask you in a second. Everybody get ready to yell. Everybody. Even the people who don't want to do it anyway. Okay, so if it's greater than, I'm going to ask you if you shade above the line or below. Are you ready? We'll say up or down. One syllable is easier to shout. Okay, ready? So, do you shade up or down? Dude, so sad. What is up with you guys today? Okay. Questions on this? Okay. Let's do, yes.
So will you always be solving for y? If like
Yes.
let's say you have 2x plus like 3y.
Okay, everybody zip it. Stop talking.
So if you have like 2x or like 3x plus y, you'll always be solving for y, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you always want to get y by itself if you have both x and y in there. All right, let's do, now, instead of just 1 inequality, let's do 2. That's the next step here. All right? So, 2. Yep, that's where it crosses over. 2x minus y is less than 8, and x minus 2y is less than negative 2. This is a system of inequalities that we want to graph. Okay, here, I'll move it up. So we've got, again, 2x minus y is less than 8, and x minus 2y is less than negative 2. Okay, so both of these we want to get y by itself. Who can tell me in the first one how to get y by itself? Lydia. Good. Subtract 2x, so negative y is less than negative 2x plus 8, and then she said divide by negative 1. What happens when you divide by a negative again? The direction switches. It started out as less than, now it's greater than. So we have double negatives make a positive, so 2x minus 8. So there's our first one. Let's get the other one, and then we'll go through and graph it. All right, next, x minus 2y. Jade.
I actually, never mind. I know how to do it, but I think I do it.
Do you want to try it anyway or no?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
the y by 2 and divided it all by 2. So 1/2 x plus 1 is less than 1.
Okay, good. So we get x plus 2 is less than 2y. Divide everything by 2. I agree. Good. 1/2 x plus 1. Okay. Now you also could have subtracted x and then divided by -2. That would have worked out just fine too. I'm actually going to take this and flip it around so that the y is on the other side. That way we're shading in the correct direction. So the less than, if we flip the whole thing around, changes to a greater than. 1/2 x plus 1. Same thing. All right, so let's go ahead and start graphing this. Let's see here. All right. So here's the moral of this story. I would suggest that you guys do not shade anything like intensely until the very end. Use little arrows to show where you're supposed to shade from each line. So you will see why in just a second. All right, here we go. So this one has a really low y-intercept. Okay, so can someone walk me through graphing y is greater than 2x minus 8? How would I graph that one? Y is greater than 2x minus 8. Ashley.
First you go down 8.
Good, down 8. Ah, there. Okay. Okay.
Then go up 2 into the right.
Good. Okay, so now this is one where I would recommend using the slope and continuing up as much as you possibly can. So continue going up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, because you're going to get a more accurate graph that way. So, Ashley, on this one, do we have solid line or dashed?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, you guys. Which one?
Dashed.
Good. How do you know it's dashed?
Because it is greater than but not greater than.
Good. Greater than but not greater than or equal to. Okay? All right, now this is where I want you guys to put little arrows, because otherwise it gets really, really complicated to see. So if it's greater than, are we shading above this line or below it? If it's greater than? Above. So put little arrows, because otherwise the shading can get really awful to try and figure out. So shading above. Y is in the up and down direction. All right, next. Who can tell me how to graph y is greater than 1/2 x plus 1? Akashni.
So on the y intercept, you go up 1,
Okay,
and then you go up 1 and
good. And again, keep going up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2, just so that you get a really accurate line. Okay, Akashni, does this one have a solid line or dashed? How do you know it's dashed? Good, it doesn't have the equal sign underneath it. All right, I'm going to take this away now. So dashed. Okay. Whoops, I have to bring it back again. Okay, so now if it's y is greater than 1/2 x plus 1, does that mean that we're shading above this line or below? It's above again. Good. So now, here's how we figure out which place we want to shade. There is a place on this graph where all of the arrows point to, okay? So does anyone see that place? All the arrows are showing, this is like a big highlight. This is where we're supposed to shade. Do you guys see that or not really? Yeah? Can someone tell me? Let's do this. I will go around and I will point to different parts on the graph. When I get to the part that is supposed to be shaded, you all yell or make some funky noise, okay? Are you ready? Okay. Is it, okay, so here we go, this region, everybody paying attention?
Yeah.
No.
All right, we only have four choices.
I was right. Yeah.
Wow.
I was right by myself.
Here we go. Yeah, you were, I know. Give it up for Jade. Jade, I'm going to give you an extra credit point for that. That was awesome. Okay, let's do it again. Are we all paying attention?
I think.
No. Well, at least you're honest. Pay attention. Ready?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, okay. So, do you all see in this region, we've got a bunch of arrows here and a bunch of arrows up from the other line right there. So this is the place where we want to shade it all in. Okay, questions on this? Mega shake. Yes, Lydia.
What happens if you have like, you know, I don't know if this will ever happen, but if you have a line where it's like the same line,
Uh-huh.
but then you have it like opposite shades, like one side is greater than one side is less than. What would you do? Like, how would you-
There will always be some intersection in some way unless they're parallel lines and shading in the opposite direction, and sometimes that happens. All right, last one. Since I know you all love these so much, I'm going to give you a gift of another example problem. I know, it's just so exciting. All right, x is greater than -1 and y is less than or equal to 4. X is greater than -1, y is less than or equal to 4. This one we don't have to do anything except graph them. So, somebody start me out. How can I graph x is greater than -1? Do what? Okay, -1 on, does that mean I'm going, if it's x, is that on the x-axis or the y? Good, so I go to -1, which is right here. Do I have a solid line through -1 or a dashed? If it's greater than, not greater than, that's good, dashed. Goes up and down. Think of it this way, you're cutting through the x-axis at -1. Then, in this case, all numbers that are greater than 1, when you're dealing with x, that's either to the right or to the left. Y is up and down, x is left or right. So what do we think? Right or left? If it's greater than?
Right.
To the right. Good. Okay, so that's where we're shading there. Now, y is less than or equal to 4. How do I graph that one?
On the y line, you go up.
Good. Up to +4. Is this one a solid line or dashed line?
Solid.
Why is this one solid? Good. If it's y is less than or equal to, does that mean we're shading above the line or below? Below. So once again, we have a situation where we're looking for the section of the graph where all the arrows point to each other. Are you all ready? Are you all awake? No. That's impressive.
Right.
You guys are doing well and you're not even awake. Okay. Ready? Here we go. Yell or make some kind of a noise or stomp when I get to the correct
Stomp?
places. You can
Go
stomp.
the yard.
We better not have anything fall on the ground, though. Okay, ready? Oh. Okay, so here.
No.
No.
That's good. Oh, my. Okay, so all the arrows point to this section. Okay. How are we doing on questions, you guys? Pretty easy? So easy that you're tired of going through examples? Okay. I get it. Okay. Homework 16. This is page 104. Written exercises 1 to 15 odd and, let's see, 21 to 26 all. And there's more. I will write it in red.
And
That's because it is so important.
Oh.
Study for group test. You have a group test tomorrow. I would recommend actually looking over the material again, or videos, or whatever you... Today's an extra credit day, yes. Any questions? Any last questions? Wow, okay. Kendra's done already.